Hello friends, Samuel Graham here doing TCGs yet again. Taking a look at another one that I have not actually opened or really talked about much on the channel. Maybe mention here and there, but I've been saying off and on, hey, I'm going to open this. So what we have is a booster box of Genesis Battle of Champions, Jaelara 2nd edition. This is the first printing of it. There was recently a reprint of 2nd edition. Honestly, I think it was Kitchen Table TCG that had a bundle for this a ways back that I bought, and I opened the starter, put it back in the box, and have 2 booster boxes of this still sitting around. So I think it is time that I actually get into this a little bit. I know a lot of folks, the Scheming Skeleton, who I have some of his merch right here. He has the coolest designs on all of his stuff. Seriously, he does great stuff. I know he's been a fan of this game. And, you know, several other people that are into different games have really been looking into it. And so I was like, okay, I'll open what I've got. Why not? There's no really good reason not to, is there? And I am going to get a little bit more light. So here goes. I've opened, like I said, a starter box, a starter deck. But this is my first time opening actual booster packs of Genesis Battle of Champions. And this is Haunted Castle Gaming, I believe, is the company behind it. Yes, Haunted Castle Gaming. I've started following some of their stuff, watching some of their videos, announcements for like the reprint, but I just have not had the chance to really dive into it yet. So here we are, really taking a good look at it. There's a lot I don't know about this game in terms of mechanics. One thing I'll point out when I see a card that specifically stands out to me for the mechanic. Okay, actually, here's a great one. So it is a card game, but it is a grid-based card game. So my understanding is, so the little arrow in the middle of the box here is saying, okay, this is your person, wherever they are on the grid. The grid's bigger than 3x3. But so like that's, if your person is in that spot, my understanding is the dot in front of that means they can attack somebody that is in the grid spot directly in front of them. So that's kind of a cool function. So looking at place, Payunad, on a spot adjacent to you, facing the same direction as you, then exert it. Okay, so I guess this is okay, you summon it. So this would, I guess, be sort of a companion type of creature for you. At the end of each round, it loses 1 health. Okay, interesting. But then it can attack. So that is, and these are commons so far. So this Arcane Shield, which looks pretty cool. They're commons. It's a very obvious, very distinctive rarity. A lot of games kind of have a difficult to determine one. Like the old Star Wars CCG just didn't have one at all. You just had to know. So this is a good one. It straight up says it's got the symbol, it's got a color, but it also just says the word totally spelled out. No problem at all there, figuring out what's going on there. So we got another summon, a lion mane rabbit. It hops. That's fun. We got another summon, a spirit, Kodama. Okay, so those were commons. So it looks like this is an uncommon that's upside down. We've got Oten. Technique. You can play only play Oten if you're being targeted. Move to a spot in his aware. Okay, so I guess this is, you'd play it sort of as it like a reaction of some sort. We've got Battle Cry, also an uncommon. Still getting used to my new camera positioning. Sorry about that. And Forked Lightning. Oh, sweet. I spoiled myself a little bit on what's coming next. So it's not a character, but it's telling you, okay, if there's somebody directly in front of you, and then there and there, you can target with this spell. That's pretty cool. And we got an epic in this pack. Olgoy Korkoi, maybe? So it's a worm that is also a summon. So it's got the beckon. So I guess beckon is all basically the same. Place them on a spot adjacent to you facing the same direction as you, then exert. Spot adjacent. I don't know what that symbol and the number means, so I'm intrigued by that. But hey, first pack, an epic. That's pretty cool. So my understanding then is that there are, like with most games, there's common, uncommon, rare, and then epic is the next after that. And token, we get plenty of those. So that's a starter. It's a token card and cannot be used in constructing your 50 card timeline. Guessing timeline is the name for a deck in this game. Okay, so we also get a rare, a Sphinx, Stone Protector of Knee, which the Monty Python reference is all I'm hearing at the moment, but that Sphinx artwork is pretty cool. Another rare, okay. Is that like a bull? Yeah, with the horns. Everything dealt damage by Niu Zhu without holy weakness gains holy weakness for the rest of the time. Okay. So I guess this is basically, it attacks, and if it's not already debuffed, it gets a debuff. That's fun. Leap. Gut punch. That's fun. Looks like an angel fighting an orc or something, basically. Inferno pits. And walls of Vadis. Okay, and then I just noticed too. So there are actually different symbols down here. So techniques, I guess, are this person looking. An alteration is like the infinity loop. Let me go back and look at these. A spell is the lightning bolt. Okay. And the summon is that little torch. Okay. Starting to maybe figure some things out here. Let me look at something on the booster pack. I'm curious. So yeah, what I was looking for was to see if it like gave specific. I mean, 15 cards per pack, obviously, but if it gave any other specifics, like how many rares or commons, uncommons, the breakdown per pack in there. I don't think it was. The set includes, actually. I'll share that from the box. 33 rares or epics, 44 uncommons, 60 commons, and 16 starters, like the tiger token. So no like pack explanation. This is fun though. Like, I also didn't show the back of the card, which I think is it's a pretty simple, but that's a good card back, I think. That's easy on the eyes. So we got a Jin, a Smoke Bomb, Silver-Legged Recluse, Left Hook. Okay, so I don't know if it's like this in all of them, but we got a Flippy-Doo. All the uncommons are flipped again. We got a Whip Smash, Underworld Dealings, Makara, and Breath of Jaelara. Now this is pretty cool. So this, I think, when the card is like this, it means it is one of like the starting hero, starting champion. I'm not sure exactly what the terminology is, but we're about to find out. So it's listed as a starter. It's a human hyphen dragon paladin, which sounds awesome. Name long. So you can see it's got the same kind of thing. I'm assuming health. Okay. I'm getting it now. I don't know what it's called, but that blue banner there has 100. And right here, that symbol that I wasn't sure about is the same symbol. So I am thinking that what happens is if you use that ability to bring the Jinn in next to you, you have to pay some of, I'm guessing it's something like magic, mana, something to that effect. So that is one thing I'd heard about this particular set, that a lot of the card quality is, like the edges on this guy are pretty rough. That said, that is something that was a known issue and is apparently notably improved in the second printing. So if you go out and buy Jaelara second edition now, that is something that they have put specific emphasis on fixing. So I would not expect to see the same kind of beat up card, like the and I'll say too, the cards themselves, like they're not terrible by any stretch, but like I've got a fish token for Magic, like just feeling them, like they're pretty. The Magic card is actually a little bit thicker. You probably can't even tell on the camera. But the Magic card is feels just a touch thicker and just a little bit sturdier. So I think that's part of what they were looking at, was just a different card stock that would stay a little bit easier. But that is a improvement that has already been made, and it was a quick fix, just in the same set and its prints. Like there you see on this common, the same kind of deal. But that's pretty impressive to get a quick fix. Okay, so this pack does not have the commons upside down. We've got a decoy rabbit, which is just hilarious to me. I love foxes, so we got a sunrise fox. All right, now we have an upside down, and then we'll have another champion coming up. I'm guessing Battle of Champions, that your person is called a champion. Like, that seems logical to me. So we've got Malik. So he's got an additional, the green banner. The long fellow didn't have that, so I'm curious. I'm betting it's the same kind of thing, where it's just an additional expendable resource of some sort, but I don't know what it is. Celestial Hegemon. Enraged Gorilla. My wife doesn't like anything monkey, ape, anything in that family. She barely likes people. She puts up with me though. But she doesn't like monkeys and that kind of thing. Anything that could be construed as a monkey, is not her favorite. Apparently they were at a zoo one time and one stole her ice cream. I'm not sure if that was the start of the monkey hatred, but it definitely did not help. So I'm going to I'm going to go slower. I'm probably not, simply because I have not seen hardly any of this, and I'm going to I'm going to go faster, and then I'm going to keep stopping anyway. We got me an Angel Art card, which looks fantastic. Dense Fog, some more Angel Wings there. Mystical Spear. Deal 3 holy damage to target in Mystical Spear's awareness, so that same 3 away, so that's like just a ranged attack. Got Makara, I think I've seen that before. We've got a skeleton warrior. Ooh, that's kind of fun. I like the art on this one. All of the text boxes are yeah, are somewhat see-through, but since this one has so little text, it is way more see-through. Bolt shot, that's pretty cool. And a Vorpal blade. That's cool. So it's not my, so like looking through this so far, the art is probably not my favorite TCG art. But that being said, it is fantastic. Like it is still very good. I, I I can see the skill, the talent that is put into these cards. So please don't. This art's crap. That's not what I'm saying at all. It's just not my. That's pretty cool. It's not my favorite, but I also think it is. It's pretty impressive. Oh hey, I think. Yeah, this is the. It may be a different version of it. I'm not sure. So we got different health. 95 here instead of 100 like I saw in the other. What do we have? 180. So all that stuff can vary. That's cool. And then 1. So we got another champion there. A human elf archer. Cool. Puppet control and Chiasmodon. Another summon. Oh, that's cool. That reminds me of I wanted to say Everfest, but that's wrong. EverQuest, like the. Is that the right one? An old MMO. What EverQuest? I forget which one it was, but there was box art that looked kind of like this particular person. Jaelarian Hound, Jaelarian Mist, and Thunderstruck. Sorry, I'll try not to sing on here. I used to sing a lot. I don't so much now. I was a choir kid back in high school. Selective amnesia. I think I've seen one of those. That's cool. Tornado winds. Our Gen friend again. Ooh, I see something fun coming up, I think. Cabus. I'm going to try and not. I probably already spoiled it, but I'm going to try not to. Hurricane Sweep. I'm going to. Not looking. Instill Vigor. Underworld Dealings. Alright. And a foil. It's a uncommon Fire Hill. So it's an alteration build. Place on the same spot you are on for 15 of that asset. All attack abilities played by champions or summons in Fire Hill gain the fire ability. Okay. And Firebrand, while a champion or summon is on Fire Hill, everything around it without fire weakness gain fire weak. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So it's like building your little base to have a debuff your opponent too. That's fun. Another Tiger, Chrono Walker, and Call to the Bones. Another. I would have sworn I saw a Chain Lightning that was different. Where was that? Oh, that was Forked Lightning. So it is a completely different ability. It may have been a rare. Anywho, I'll figure that out later. But Chain Lightning to target, do 2 more to a target around the first, deal 1 more to a target around that. Okay, that's still pretty cool. I always like Chain Lightning abilities in different games. Oh, so these things, that sort of reminds me of um, the World of Warcraft TCG from back in the day. I bet those kind of determine what those can be in a deck with, like what champion. That feels like it makes sense. I am absolutely open. People who know this, Scheming Skeleton Jordan, uh, anyone who happens to see this and has corrections for me, please make them. And also, make me play this game at some point because I'm intrigued by the concept of the um, Breath of Jaelara, the grid-based card game, Enraged Gorilla. Ha! So an epic. So I guess are the epics? Okay, okay, I'm with you. So okay, yeah. So it took me a second to catch it, but that makes sense. So it is a extended. The art is further down. The text box is like shrunk down. Doesn't have all the exact explanations of what the ability does for like basic abilities. That's pretty cool. So I got me an epic gorilla. I'm gonna throw that. Okay, and then the same thing. We got the rare of our worm. Cool. That makes sense. And I kind of like that concept too of the it not just being a completely mechanically different card, because I've played, collectible miniatures games, collectible card games, whatever. Um, that other rarity a lot of times is like some really potent, really powerful card. Um, that like, oh, I have to chase that. I think Hero Clicks chase figures a lot of times. Um, was one that I played for a long time. Skeleton Warrior. Malfeasance. That's cool. Shadow Claw. Um, so I like that concept that the higher rarity for this seems to be just alternate versions instead of, well, this is interesting. Just a backwards. That's cool. Nothing crazy there. Just a alternate art of the existing thing. I like that as a concept. Odara. We got Demon's Rage and Giant Scorpion. There's Chain Lightning again. World Knowledge, Mythical Protection, and Sidestep. Alright. I'm going to try to actually speed this up now, since I've said that already and did not do it. Okay, so there's the regular, the non-foil Pirate Firehill. She's cool. She's cool looking. Fang. Archon of Vigor and Hydwalis. I love tigers. Haunted Catacombs. Cool. Because I am less than halfway through this box, so I feel like I probably need to pick that up. Colossal Ant. A different gen. I don't know if I'd noticed that one before. And we've got Nubia. Still lots of blue. Has to be a magic thing. That's a gorgeous piece of art, though. Good job. Revenge of the Phoenix. That's a good one, too. Meteorite. Mythical Protection. Walls. Displace. Alright. I'm going to do this so I'm not keeping y'all all day. quick glance at each card. Oh, cool. So we're getting all kinds of champions. Idris. Looks like something that would belong in like Skyrim. That's pretty cool. Alim. Yay, an angel. And a cool looking one at that. Angel of Retribution. It's a summon. Absolutely. 2.5 thumbs up. So I've heard a lot of people say a lot of good things about this game, and I really... It's on my list. The last time there's a buddy that we like crack into TCGs sometimes, and I had both this and oh sweet, another foil, an uncommon fire pillar. I had both this and rain, an assassin. Legions out to possibly play last time we did, and we didn't get to either of them. So both of those games, I still need to. Somebody needs to hold me to playing a game on Discord or TTS or whatever. I just need to get games of both of these in. Rain. Giant Scorpion and Archon of Vigor. I'm going to adjust this camera just a smidge. Try to not keep throwing stuff out of frame that way. Yeah, that's more comfortable. The different Sphinx. Core. Awesome. Malfeasance, I've seen that. Puppet Control, I think I've seen that. I also I definitely like the multiple rares per pack, and the fact that it's just not a like ridiculously gigantic set either. Like it feels like it would be pretty easy to get, and I don't know what even constitutes a play set in this game, but it seems like it's a game that would be relatively easy to get your play set of. Erica, Human Prodigy. With a big old tiger. I like that. Bolt Shot. And another angel. Heck yeah. There's my fox again. I'm actually still running. I don't think I'd seen Kendra yet. That's cool. Call to the Bones and Al-Ilm. Shoulder Hat, Shadow Claw, Arcane Blast, Chain Lightning. Love me some lightning. So that was one of the things, thinking about like the size of the set, easy to get this stuff. I seem to remember a lot of talk about not wanting, ooh, an epic giant scorpion. That looks awesome. I think that's my favorite epic. Well, maybe the gorilla, but it's my favorite epic art so far, I think. That's cool. Oops. Flip more cards than I meant to. There's a different core. So same abilities. 10A and 10B. Okay, that's cool too. I like that. That the goal wasn't necessarily, I mean, it's a TCG, like, so have a little bit of collectability, I guess. I mean, to some degree, that's part of the business model, but they weren't going for like a big different Malik, Gilded Stag, and Revenge of the Phoenix. They weren't going for like this massively, like the Flesh and Blood thing, or MetaZoo even really of the big collectible investable game. Like they act Acid. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I had heard it Assad all along, but then people have been saying Sid. So maybe I'll just say Sid at the risk of being overly familiar. Apologies for that. Um, but had stated previously not wanting like the price of these boxes, basically wanting everything affordable. Um, so still, it's a TCG, trading card game, collectible card game. Anytime you got that, there'll be some, trading and value involved in it. A different Erica, neat. But basically trying to not make it a prohibitive cost of entry. Like have things available, have them relatively cheap, which is a cool concept too. I appreciate. I like that different games can go different directions with that. I guess is what I'm getting at. Because I like, but there's my Forked Lightning. That was the thing I was trying to compare to. Um, different Nubia. Baroque. That's neat. Horse. So that different games can have their different focus in that regard. I do like that. Um, different intent and approach to game design and box, rarity design, all the above. Different Endears. Anguish Flames and Necrolich. Dark Brand. Last pack. Will it have an epic like the first one? Will it be as good? I don't know. I don't know how many they're supposed to, or I say supposed to, how many there typically are in a box. I know that most of the time there's no like guaranteed amount. So there's a Mystical Spear. Angel's Embrace again. Stack token card. What do we do here? I like the art on this card, though. That's actually interesting. Stack token card. It can be used to represent an ability on the stack. Okay, easy enough. Makes sense. Formosan Gorilla. Yamaraja. Tiger. Jin. Ooh, I like that. And then Fernogle. Well, that's pretty fun. The foils are good. I like the concept of the not mechanically different epics. So people can kind of, decide to collect the epics or not, but not sacrifice having the card if they just want the rare version. The tokens are we got the one stack token, but most of the tokens appear to be champions. We got a skeleton warrior there, but like a lot of them appear to be our champions. I like that there are 2 rares per pack. Even when I got an epic, there were still 2 rares in every pack. So I like that it doesn't take the place of a rare. Just overall, and the art's good. Maybe not my favorite, but the art, though that look at that. That's still just too cool. Like some, a bunch of the Angel of Retribution. Like some of the art definitely gets into my personal. Ooh, that's really like my personal taste of art. Some of it doesn't, but like I can acknowledge that I did not see a card that I looked at and thought, that art's bad, which I don't typically expect to in in a TCG like this. I guess they've been running for a while. I feel like I saw that they've been running for several years. They'd had some like an alpha set and a beta set and a few other sets. But that they've been going for longer than I certainly would have thought of and heard of them. Oh, hey, my other little camera got there. I didn't even notice. Cute. But which is pretty cool. I'm glad I opened this. I'm actually really looking forward. I have one more box that I'll do another video for. But I'm kind of interested in this now. Like now that I'm actually looking at cards, kind of seeing the abilities, starting to piece together what I think some of it means. And then, of course, knowing just enough to be dangerous with some of the other parts. I really look forward to actually giving this game a shot too, as far as on the table. But yeah, this was fun. This has been a booster box of Jaelara 2nd Edition. The game is Genesis Battle of Champions, and that is Haunted Castle Gaming. I'll show the box one more time. Jaelara Genesis Battle of Champions, another proud product of Canada. And they've got the set information there. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to looking into this more and really getting to play. Just kind of have a good time with it. I like what I see, and I definitely like what I've heard. So I my curiosity is most certainly piqued. So hopefully I get to make that happen soon. In any case, thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate you spending a little bit of your day with me, and I hope that the rest of your day is fantastic. Thanks very much. Bye, y'all.